Okay, this is episode 19. This goes with the podcast episode about stress. And the prompt is to create a timeline of your day or a week and just notice like different points in your day where you are more stressed. I think the prompt says collage, but you don't necessarily have to do collage. I didn't feel like it, so I didn't. So this is my timeline. These peaks are stressful times. So this one is getting my kids ready for school. This one is working out, which is physically stressful, but not necessarily emotionally for me, but it also does help me cope. So I'm just thinking like maybe I should put stress and like rest. This is kind of both for me. Working is like a little bit stressful. And then this giant block of time is when my kids come home from school, after school shenanigans, and dinner. Like, I love my children, but this time of the day is like my least favorite. So these ones that dip down are like more relaxing times in the day, showering, having lunch, and then this is like, you know, snuggling in bed with Carl at the end of the day, which I love. And then I just kind of embellish it with like this part below is things that makes me feel more rested. So music, connection, family, experiences, art, going for walks, self-care, meaningful work, etc. And then up here, this is what stress feels like to me. What was interesting about this top part was that I put mostly, so in the bottom part I put things like that help me feel relaxed, and then in the top part it was mostly emotions that came to me. So anxiety, scattered, depleted, irritated, afraid, shame, perfectionism. Is that a feeling? I don't know. Some of them weren't feelings, but a lot of them were, which I thought was interesting. I feel like I have to always be on. So that's mine. Oh, and then there's this like, this was kind of this like chronic stress that this is a thing that I deal with sort of chronically every day, and it involves another person. Otherwise I would tell you about it. So for the reflection questions, where do you notice patterns of recurring stress in your day? And mine was my kids. Not so much the kids themselves necessarily, but how I feel like I can never totally rest. I have to be on. I constantly get interrupted. It's really hard to like get any work done. And I feel obligated to like feed everyone all the time, which of course I do, but I'm like so sick of doing that. And then number 2 is what parts of the timeline show resilience and recovery. And number 3, other observations. One thing I thought was interesting is that I feel like my stress is overall a lot lower since leaving the church, because, you know, there's like the daily stressful things in life, but I'm not worried about like anybody's salvation. So that's a lot less stressful to me. And just like being in the moment. I feel like I can do that a lot better now than I used to be able to. Because before it was just always about like the eternal consequences of everything. And now it's like I can just more enjoy like what's going on right now. And I was surprised at how my stress level is pretty high, but there are a couple of situations that are sort of like out of my control right now. So I just am like trying to manage that and take a lot of rest and self-care times. So anyway, that is mine. Tell me how this was for you. Yeah, there you go. That's all.